The penultimate Dutch Grand Prix ever is going to be on this weekend in Formula 1, but as always guys, I'm going to have a look at the drivers who have won the most around Circuit Park Zandvoort over the decades in Formula 1. F1 has had a Dutch Grand Prix on and off since 1952, and the event has been held as a non-championship event even in the years before that. But who has won the most around this track? Of course, Zandvoort hosting every Dutch Grand Prix. It's been revised since its original layout back in the 50s all the way to the 80s, but the character of the circuit very much remains. And there's been quite a few repeat winners of this event over the years. Unfortunately, I'm only counting Formula 1 championship victories. So Louis Rosier won in 1950 and 1951. Unfortunately, my friend, it does not count for this list. But let's have a look at the multiple winners of the Dutch Grand Prix here ahead of the 2025 edition. So I'm going to start with the double winners first of all, just quickly go through them. We've got 4 drivers who have won at least 3 times around this track. And the repeat winners who have 2 victories are Alberto Ascari, who won in 1952 and 1953 back-to-back, the double world champion right there. Jack Brabham, who won in 1960 and 1966. Both of those years he managed to win the world championship. 1966, of course, he famously strode into his car with a walking stick and a big beard because the journalists were saying that he was too old to compete in Formula 1. He subsequently lapped the entire field on the way to a commanding victory and eventually his 3rd and final Formula 1 World Championship. Just goes to show the Formula 1 press don't know what they're talking about. Nothing changes in that regard. James Hunt is next. He won in 1975, driving for Hesker, famously holding off his eventual championship rival the following year in 1976, Niki Lauda, and he also won back-to-back in 1976 on the way to his only world championship for McLaren. Alain Prost also won here twice as well, winning in 1981 for Renault and 1984 for McLaren. But let's get into the 3-time winners next. And the most recent one on this list is, of course, Max Verstappen, the hometown hero, if you will. Won here 3 times on the bounce between 2021 and 2023. He also got 3 pole positions during that time as well. He's been absolutely dominant at Zandvoort over the years. The Orangian Army very much roaring him on to victory in his home race. The only one he hasn't won since it rejoined the calendar is, of course, last year where he was beaten by Lando Norris. Niki Lauda is up next. He managed to win the Dutch Grand Prix on 2 occasions for Ferrari in 1974 and 1977, the latter on the way to his 2nd world title. And he also got his final victory in Formula 1 at Zandvoort as well in 1985, driving for McLaren. Finally, the last 3-time winner is none other than Sir Jackie Stewart, who won here back-to-back in 1968 and 1969. Nice. And also on the way to his 3rd and final world championship in 1973. But who has won more times than these guys at this track? Well, it's none other than another legendary Scotsman. Not Sir Jackie like I just mentioned, but Jim Clark. He won here 4 times in 5 years driving for Lotus between 1963 and 1967. He only missed out in 1966. The guy is an absolute machine. I have waxed lyrical about how good Jim Clark was back in the day, and had he lived, I wager he would have won around Zandvoort a good few more times. His smooth driving style very much suiting this tricky track around the sand dunes on the coast of the Netherlands. But there we go, guys. Did you learn something from this? Any surprise names in here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe as always. And who is going to win this weekend? Can Max Verstappen match Jim Clark's record for the most Formula 1 wins in the Netherlands this weekend? It's going to be a tall order, but stranger things have happened. See you soon, guys, and let's hope for a great race this weekend.